Guys, but I had to took the white stuff off a while ago. That's why I was trying to hide it, guys, you know. It's pretty hilarious, but that's what I was doing with this stuff last night with this braid stuff. Because I was trying to get the caps in there last night around 3 a.m. in the morning. So it's the one with the two caps and the one you guys see, the number 50. Let me show you in a second. So you see what I'm looking at here? That's what I took off the white out. So I removed it with some alcohol spray, rubbing alcohol, took the off, and use a toothpick to get the white out off, so you guys can see it right there. Hope the leads are still good. Hope the tracer's still good. You guys can see it right there. That's what we're looking at right there. That's how it's soldered. So they all connect to the same thing. There's two. These are mostly capacitors here. That's what they are. The ones you see in the middle last night we saw. These are the capacitors here. That's what they are. And this trace goes all the way out to this way. This one goes a bunch around this way, but you can see the traces on the other side. But they connect that way, so you guys can take a look at this. I hope we're still good on the traces. But that's what I'm saying. If we desolder this, it'll make it worse. So we got to keep it like that. So I think it'll be alright. So it's not touching anything over that way. So that's what it does. Let me show you where the board's at. So I had looked in the light last night, but I took it off just a few minutes ago, the white stuff. It's these here, the two capacitors, that's them. I think that's where they're at, the ones in the purples. So it looks like the board. I'll show you in a second. Let's give us a light or a second. I'll show you the light that way. Well, you guys do it, held it to the sunlight, and you see trace boards. That's how you guys know. Let me give you a good glimpse of that right now. Let's get a glimpse. Yeah, this is how you'll see trace boards in the light. There we go. That's where it's usually at, in those two areas in the middle. No, not the relay. Where are those guys at? Those right there. Yeah, that's the ones you see the traces on it. That's how you guys can tell. There's still traces in the system. And that's how you guys will find all the little things where they connect it to. So that's what we have. I think they'll be okay. So I just want to show you. The only thing we have to do, those things on the bottom. The one thing I forgot did last night is the 181. I'll probably do that later sometime today. The 181 is going to be easy. The one I forgot to do that. But these, I wanted to sometime today, get these done this week. But that'd be great. But I'm telling you, I did a late night for almost since 9 o'clock last night because Wagon Master didn't have a live stream. So I went for it to do all those caps here. So that's what they are. So we're going to show you. But there's always a way you can correct this if you guys will let me know. But it's the ones, those capacitors here we took out last night. But you guys can see it. It's right here. I'll give you guys a look at it. There's no manual on this thing I haven't found, but it's this right here where the whiteout was. That's what I'm saying. So I had to remove it a while ago. And it's still okay. That's what they do. They're supposed to connect each other. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Let's give it a little toothpick to look at this. And that's just, those are just mostly trace leads. That's what they are. Those mostly looks like trace leads that connect each other. Along the trace leads are not broken. I don't know. But this radio probably was like this before when they had it. It was like this, but way back I got it for free for like $80 back then in phone for money. So I bought this grant back in 2021, 2022 or 2000, what year it was. So it's definitely, you can see the trace leads, but it's going to still be fine. Along the solder stays on it, and these little connectors go here. They flow around the same area. This is the same exact thing like the other one you see here. The one you see right here in this area. Let's take that out. That was all that gunk. So that's where I'll show you guys in a second. It's this. These two are the same as like the other one. They're the same as these two here. They're supposed to be connected. You guys can see it. You can tell they are connected to each other. That just looks like dirt there. Let me show you. Where's that? That's just dirt. That just looks like dirt to me, yeah. So you guys can tell these two are connected just like the other one here. Like these two are connected to. And these are just flow to this one here. They're capacitors. And let's hope the tracers are not broken in there. They did that because when I did last time when I used the braid. When you saw the first video, I had to shut that video off. And I thought these things were not supposed to stick together. I was trying to figure it out and went to look at some videos of my previous videos. And I did some braiding on this last night at 3 in the morning to get this to fix how I want it. And mostly I don't think it's going to be that bad. So let's hope. And they're not connecting anything, so these stay on the same board. These connected right here. The trace goes underneath this whole thing and it comes out this way. And you guys see it in previous videos what it does. I'm going to leave it like this. I don't know, give us advice what we can do. But I think we're okay. I'll leave the solder on this, but this is not going to connect to this one I just did. You guys can see it way the distance. So the solder is not going to connect to this one here. That's what I was trying to do this morning. Because I had to cut off the microscope video last night because I was working on this again. But you guys saw how it started. This area here. We got a long way to go. You guys have a great day. UDX 362, Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down. We'll catch you guys there. 362, Knoxville, Tennessee. Waving on back.